Leaving Microsoft was the toughest decision I've ever made in my life as an adult. This video explains it all. It was a dream come true for me when I joined Microsoft. But 1 year and 5 months later, I quit. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you why I left Microsoft. For someone who hailed from a humble background like me, went to public university, struggled through university, and later had the opportunity to start working in the corporate settings, rose through the ladder and ended up getting a job and working at Microsoft. That was more than a dream come true because it is an inspiration not just to myself, not just to my family, but also to a generation, to many other Africans out there. It's a story of possibility, it's a story of hope that truly help people to believe that yes, I can. If TheOyinbooke, who has similar background like myself, like ourselves, could make it from Nigeria and work at Microsoft, then we too, we can. So that was the hope, that was the message, that was the light that many Africans saw when I announced joining Microsoft. But why then did I actually quit? I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why I left my job at Microsoft. Reason number 1, I'm giving more commitment to inspire the coming generation. What do you mean by that? First, I am the first university graduate in my clan. For everyone that bears my surname, I am the first person to go to university, where I finished with the first class. That's so amazing because this is a success story to inspire other people that yes, from that family, someone finally rose up and went to university, and not just that, finished with the first class. Good. But that is not the end. I was looking at it that is that the highest that I could do for my generation in terms of inspiring and leading them to see education as a way. So I realized I needed to pursue my advanced degree, and yes, this is one of the reasons why I said it is time to actually leave and go for my master's degree, which I'm currently doing. Reason number 2, it was the right time. After over 5 years of working in the corporate settings, I have seen my knowledge gap. I've rose and I've worked in different roles. I've rose through the ladder and I've seen my knowledge gap, and I feel it is the right time for me to skill up again, and reposition myself for even a bigger opportunity. The world is moving towards AI. I've worked so much in this field in the past, but I felt this is the time for me to now pursue a master's degree and add more to my knowledge. I know my knowledge gap now. If I had gone for my master's, maybe immediately I finished school, I might not be aware of why I need a master's. But now I have worked and I could see some gaps, and I know exactly what I want to cover and the course that can help me, cover those knowledge gaps. And so that is my reason number 2. Reason number 3, it was the perfect time for me to take a career break. I've been working for several years, over 5 years in the professional space, and it's been from one job to the other, from one task to the other, and I felt this is the time for me to actually take a professional career break, pursue additional knowledge, and use that to also explore the world beyond Nigeria. I've lived my life and everything I do within Nigeria, and I wanted to see the world beyond just reading books and seeing movies about the world. I want to explore the world. I want to visit other parts, developing nations, and even other developed nations where I came from. And this is an opportunity for me to actually do that. So I knew that this break is going to be fun and I need to actually enjoy it while it lasts. Reason number 4, I believe there is a bigger platform for impact. Microsoft opened me up to the global stage. I could do quite a lot even while working from Nigeria and Africa, but I believe there's still more for me. And that is more or less not settling for less. If I continue to work at Microsoft, does that mean I won't grow? I will continue to grow. But I personally want to spread myself. I need to explore places. The very first time in 2019 that I traveled out of Nigeria, I went to Paris. My life changed forever. There were things that you need to experience them. And when you experience them, you know that there's a gap in you and those things are filling it. And that's the way it is for me. I'm so passionate. I so much love my country. I so much love the people there from Africa. I want to refine the resources in Africa, the biggest and the best of the resources, which is people. but I need to build capacity beyond just staying in Africa and using the ones I've built. I want to see what is being done outside. I want to see how these people, labor from underdeveloped to developing to becoming a developed nation that is thriving today. There's little to what I can do in learning and living that life if I stay back in Nigeria. So I see that when I get educated in that kind of environment, I can see what is working and why those things are working the way they are working. So I really believe that I will get a lot when I go outside there, which I'm already getting. To be very honest, I'll be sharing this experience with you in my coming series, the coming series of videos I'll be making, everything, so that you don't miss out and you can follow through my story and journey. This is not the beginning. It's still I'm just scratching the surface in my career. I really believe in change of environment, and this is why I believe changing this environment with other reasons that I have in my mind, I believe is the perfect move for me to make. Before I talk about the last reason, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have been doing this for a couple of years, but now I have more resources, more opportunity to also give you the best, not just in talking, but also in doing, because I've been doing a series of hands-on series and data analysis, data science, even Power Platform, local development, and most importantly, AI, which is where the world is heading to now, and how you can actually skill up yourself and become relevant. All right. So let's talk about reason number 5. If there's anything like that, mid-career crisis. So let me explain this. I have worked in different roles. I was really privileged and opportune in my career. So blessed to start as a retail credit analyst where I worked, and move on to become a data analyst. And a data analyst on work, not just the one on paper. I was doing the work as data analyst, SQL, Power BI, Excel. I was using those tools and services to deliver business value. Then I move on to lead the data science office. From data science, I move on to data management role as a certified data management professional. I move on to Power Platform. I move on to Microsoft as a senior cloud advocate, which is a developer relation role. So I have really worked different capacity, and sometimes I've been referred to as data generalist. So I had a reflection to truly say, okay, I have worked across these roles. If I take a career break and pursue advanced degree and use that period to consolidate and maybe reflect on what I've done, what do I like among those things, which one do I want to narrow down in, where is my edge concept, all those things were running through my mind. And of course, after 5 years, 6 years of working, you start asking that kind of questions too. You are fortunate if you've been working the same path and then you continue just to get promoted, you have something you are looking after. But for me, I have worked at different capacity, and today I'm a leading voice in many of these areas. So I kind of have to also reflect and say, how can I rebrand myself? How can I, touch up and look at what works for me? What would I like to do for the next 5 years? I've been doing this for the past 5-6 years. What would I like to keep doing for the next 5 years? As simple as this might sound, or this reason that I've listed, to be very honest, they are very valid for me. They are things that kept me on bed, awake at night. I keep thinking about them. Even a single reason among these 5 reasons that I've explained is more than enough for me to make that decision. You are wondering, why you not left Microsoft? Yes, I left. There are other questions you might be asking me. Why not keep doing your master's and also still keep working at Microsoft? I have a GA funding here, and I also want to have a break, from these things. So over here, it's not easy to be doing. You shouldn't be doing a GA where you are being paid, you're working, and you are still combining that with another work, because my visa does not permit me to work, and I would rather focus on this education and the move I have here and the environment and let go my work for now. It's very painful. I have family to take care of. I have community to look after. I have, a lot of responsibility as well. But I believe it's a process of rebranding, realigning, relearning, and really understanding myself. And I want to enjoy the moment. While I was on campus in my undergraduate, I really had no life like that. My orientation and education was quite different. I was suffering. I was juggling many things together. I never know what is possible for me in life. So I will just let me focus on this education and just go through it. But today I'm back to that university environment, and the same thing I've been preaching to people, to students, that your time on campus is the best time to skill up. That's the same life I'm living now. I'm skilling up every day. I've bought books. Yes, real books. I bought courses that I'm taking. I'm practically working and learning and doing things. So the same thing I've said to people, and I keep saying how students should keep learning every time. I'm also doing it. I'm living as a life. And so overall, this is the best part of my life now in this mid phase of my career, because I'm enjoying the moment. And hopefully, if I have the opportunity, I would love to work again at Microsoft. In case you are wondering, oh, you left Microsoft? I didn't leave on the bad terms. I left because of these reasons and family well-being issue, because I just want to build a future for my family that I do not have. And the economy over there in Nigeria was not really, supportive of me building that lifestyle. And I know that if I get advanced education, that will also give me edge and opportunity to pursue bigger roles, bigger opportunity that will enable me to build that life that I want also for my family. Okay, so I left on a very good note. I have a good relationship with my team, my manager, and I love them. I still miss them almost every time. And good news, I always have opportunities to interact with them and have calls with them and just get to see how things are going from their hand. So I'm so grateful for the gift of the team and the opportunity I get to work at Microsoft. And yes, so these are the reasons why I left Microsoft. And I mean, if you have other questions for me, please drop them in the comment section. But don't forget that if you can follow me and we keep going on this journey, one thing you can guarantee is you will learn a lot from my experience. I've made many toughest decisions. Leaving Microsoft alone is as good as challenging myself to leave my comfort zone. That there's still more. And just watch out for me in the next couple of 2-3 years. You'll be surprised. It's easy. Even if it doesn't turn out so well, it's life lesson. I have nothing to lose. And I don't want to regret not making the decision. So it's better I made the decision. I explore life. I see what it has to offer. And I'm almost sure, because I'm a very positive person and I'm hopeful, and I believe that by God's grace, I'm going to come out bigger and better. So, of course, you can roll with me. You can continue to consume this kind of content and do the things I'm doing by scaling up and not also have a success story. All right. I look forward to telling this story over and over again. And thank you for waiting to the end of this video. Bye for now.